We have a perception that fire is only dangerous when it's flashing over, when it's blowing out, when it's ripping and roaring. It's probably more dangerous when it's not, because the quantitative decomposition, the worst part of the process of fire, where it's breaking down and producing gas, it's not ripping, roaring, burning. It's either getting ready to, or the ripping, roaring, burning is gone, but the unusual heating is still there. So the decay process, where the gases, the cracking of those natural bonds is releasing all that gas, that's what's occurring. So we need to start thinking of fires, in my mind now, are like a gun laying out on the table. I don't know if it's loaded or not loaded. And we can't be like little kids spinning it around and just being curious. The time to be curious, I think, for fire training now is when we have people in the academy. And let's be curious in our experimentation, in our study, in our learning. But let's treat every fire like a loaded gun until we know that the environment is 100% stable and cooled. We have to assume that it's producing gases that can kill us. Everybody's body is different, and your genes might be susceptible to sugar, and mine might be susceptible to salt. Just make it real simple. So if you get too much sugar, you're in trouble. If I get too much salt, I'm in trouble. It's the same thing with smoke. There's so many things in smoke that you don't know what you're going to be receptive to. Like there's folks that can't eat shellfish. There's folks that are allergic to bee stings. You have to think about smoke the same way. It's a potpourri of chemicals, a toxic soup, if you will. Well, something in that soup might be a trigger for you, and that drug gets in there, which is wrong for you, and down you go. And Lasky, me, and another firefighter standing right there with Shane. Didn't affect us as badly. Maybe the concentration hit him more directly, but maybe that was the right combination or the wrong combination for Shane. So the world's an interesting place, and biology is an interesting study, and we are all unique. So it's interesting, we talk about learning from experience. You have to evaluate experience to learn from it. So I think when we talk to the young firefighters, we have to not talk down to them. Let them learn, help them learn. Point them to people like Dr. Wallace. Point them to people like Mike Galliano's air management book. Let them discover what they need to know, and then have them teach you. The fire service's number one contribution, I think, to society is that we raise great teachers. Firefighters love to teach, and it's the hallmark of real excellence in the fire service is how good a teacher you are. And whether you're a firefighter or a chief officer, it doesn't matter. Rank's irrelevant. It's being able to pass along some piece of knowledge or entertain in a specific way that it conveys a message. So what I went through is interesting. What they're going to go through is going to be different. Let's teach them early on how to find their own answers.